To talk about autism and very literal conversation again. I made a video about this before, but it keeps coming up, and just helping people understand that the way autistic brains typically receive information, process it, and communicate it. So when neurotypical people or people in general ask you like, how is your day going? How was work today? Did you have a good weekend? The answer is probably yes, it was good, etc. Very cut and dry, right? And in reality, sometimes when we communicate, we are inferring something, but we are also assuming that someone who's neurotypical understands what we're asking. So there can be quite the disconnect in terms of communication, which can lead to frustration on both sides, not just on the neurodiverse side. And ultimately, it can impact relationships, because if we can't feel seen or heard or validated, and we can't communicate in a way that really makes us get our point across, it can feel really overwhelming. And a lot of the times we have to ask for what we need in terms of communication. So sometimes I'll say something to my wife, and in my head, the way I'm processing it is very different than what comes out of my mouth. And I have to just sometimes circle back and be like, whoa, what I actually am asking for, or what I mean, is this. However, sometimes we can't really find the wording for that. And the way the other person can respond can make us kind of go inside and feel shameful, as if like, how come I can't get my point across? What's wrong with me? How come this person doesn't understand what I'm saying, even if it's someone who we're in partnership with or our families, right? So what I would suggest, if you are able to, is just asking for what you need in terms of communication style with people in your life. And I know that's not possible in every scenario, but partnerships, friendships, etc., family members who get you, or at least want to try to say, I really need direct communication. I need it to sometimes be very blunt. If you want me to do something, I need you to ask me to do it, not infer that there's this thing to do, right? So I think it's really important to try as hard as you can to understand not only how your brain works and how communication is processed and language is processed for you, but ultimately, how is it going to be received by the other person? And I know that we want people to really get us and for it to be received well, but a lot of our family members and friends and partners are learning about our own neurodiversity, just like we are learning about what it's like for a neurotypical person to receive communication from us. So it is a back and forth, and it's an exchange. And if you want to learn more, save this video to come back to. Put your comments in the thread if you have a strategy that really works for you, or you want more videos on this topic. I'm happy to make them.